All right, good people. We need to talk 23 is back, and I have four guests now. Part of my podcast family. I have Del P.
What's going on? What's going on, man?
I have.
Del P.
Go ahead.
Oh yeah, it's Del P. Half of Bet the House podcast, and then host of the Man Cave.
All right, I got Big Smash.
Y'all already know what it is with me. Bet the House in the motherfucking building.
And then I got Miss Kendra.
Hi, everybody. It's Kendra from Coffee with Kendra.
I just love how she say that. Like she said that pitch every time.
And last but definitely not least, I got Uncle Dolomite.
Good evening, motherfuckers and motherfuckers.
That shit get funny every time.
AKA Young Dolomite from the Too Much Game podcast. Also known as that nigga in particular.
God damn it.
All right. So tonight, what I want to talk about is the bully culture, and what I mean by the bully culture, I'm not talking about Marty McFly and Biff from Back to the Future. I'm talking about how we have all of these groups out now that seem to be jockeying for people to join their movement, whether we believe in it or not. And I just feel like we spent, I want to say, majority of my generation, I think our generation, being told that bullying is wrong and all this other shit, but now it seems like we're right back in it, and it just seems like it's acceptable now because there's a cause attached to the bullying. So whoever wants to go first, I want to know what are your thoughts on this current bullying culture?
Kendra?
What you say, DLP?
So let Kendra go.
Oh yeah, ladies first.
Well, thank you so much. I think it's for sure gotten out of hand. I think I even get sad because I think the internet together, which is, more than half of the internet is adults. I've seen like adults chiming in on bullying, like a 16-year-old or, kids that are underage. I feel like the LGBTQ ABCDFG community bullies straight people. I think that the majority rules, and if you have a different opinion, then you are most likely to be bullied. Like you have to go with whatever the majority opinion is. So I'm really glad to be here because I'm very upset about it.
Okay, anybody else?
Like me, it's just funny because like I've talked to people about this shit, like a lot of my tree hugging homeboys about it. Like y'all niggas are against physical bullying, but y'all completely down with ideological bullying.
Mm-hmm.
Like y'all niggas will gang up on somebody. Like if I say I'm not really mad at Trump. Oh, you a fucking Trump supporter? Oh,
Yep.
nigga, you a coon? Oh, what the fuck you mean? Like at the end of the day, dog, I have my opinion and you have your opinion. We don't have to fight about that shit. Like, you don't gotta call me stupid because I disagree with you.
Yep.
Like, everybody who has a different opinion, it's not because they're dumb. They just have a different life experience than you. But a lot of people like to try to get to name calling and all of that old shit. And I tell motherfuckers, as far as that, with me, the nigga who starts screaming in the argument is losing. But in the eyes of the internet, that's not the case. It's he who has the loudest voice is the winner.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
Del P or Ken?
Yeah, I think for the most part, man, I think the best way I could put it, man, and I was joking with Dolomite earlier when I shared his shit where it was like he made this statement about, motherfuckers want to be real niggas, but then he'd be like, all the real niggas dead are in jail. It's kind of like once the internet came in, it's like everybody's a tough guy. Because that's really where the shit comes from. everybody gonna talk cash shit because you miles away. But back in the day when this internet didn't exist, you wasn't finna talk reckless like that. You're not finna talk reckless like that.
Nah.
You got people that got in fights defending gays, but you don't wanna talk about it.
Mm-hmm.
But then they'll play the game of, the only thing that make me mad is when they try to use that lifestyle and then compare it to racism. That's when I get pissed. Because I'm like, yo, that's not the same. You cannot equate that to slavery, motherfucker. Like,
I've
we're
never
not doing
seen a
that.
gay dude get hung from a tree.
Okay. Okay.
The most you get is they pick on them. But then in actuality, man, in my growing up, I've only seen white people jump on gays. I've never really seen my own culture do it. You might hear a black man tell you he don't want to be a part of this shit. I don't care for it. Just, I don't care. Then it's like, oh, well, he a homophobe because he don't want to accept that he gay. I mean, if I don't want to, again, I said this earlier, if I don't like vanilla ice cream, I'm not eating vanilla ice cream.
Yeah, that'll make you anti-vanilla ice cream.
Yeah.
Right, right. Why do you have to be gay because you don't like something? And why is it not okay not to like something? Why can't a man just say, I don't like this shit? Why does he now have to be homophobic?
It don't make sense.
Because that's the world, that's the way society puts on us. If we don't like something, then if we don't like gays, we are homophobes. It ain't even that we don't like them. It's not for me. You know what I'm saying? I'm not finna go to a party full of gay people and just because I don't want to go to this party, I don't like gays. No, that's
Right.
not my scene. That's not
Right.
what I want to do. Nothing against that culture, but that's not my thing. I'm not finna be somewhere and you're not gonna shame me into being somewhere or doing something I don't want to do.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? And that's the way the world makes us think. Oh, well, if you don't do things our way, then you're against us. No, I just don't want to do it.
And the funny shit, like, you get shamed for your preference.
Yeah.
Like, you can literally get online and be like, shout out to the BBWs. I like big girls. And here come a skinny bitch. What about us? What about you?
Uh-huh.
This post ain't about y'all. This post about them. Can I shout them out real quick?
Y'all remember when Chris Brown said he don't like dark-skinned girls? The world blew up and went crazy. Like, that's his preference.
Yes.
Yeah. Because it ain't like he said he want dark-skinned girls to die.
Right.
He just said he don't like them.
Right.
Nigga, I ain't mad at that nigga for having bad taste.
That's his choices.
but it seemed like they want to take out, they're taking away our individualism, or they're trying to.
Yes,
and
exactly.
And that's the part that I don't get, is like, okay, we've been told all our lives growing up through school, everything else, it's only one you, be you. But then when you try to be you, you get attacked by the mob. It did whatever mob it is in that situation. And what I want the people that's going to hear this episode to understand is it's not only about, the LGBTQ community. It's, there's certain instances with Black Lives Matter where, okay, oh, you don't want to step up in this and that. I don't know that fight. Certain things I cannot relate to, like we were talking about before we came on. There's certain shit that I can't relate to. Yeah, I grew up in the city. I grew up in Patterson, but like I said, did I understand everything else that was going on in the quote unquote, bad areas or the ghetto areas in Patterson? I couldn't, because I did not grow up in that area. You know what I mean? I played basketball with people, so I had some relation to it, but could I fully step into it and speak on what they were going through? No, I couldn't.
The best example I can give y'all. Some white people do not understand why we listen to rap, right? Mm-hmm. There's a lot of Black people that don't understand why the fuck white people listen to rock and roll. I'm talking about Metallica.
Mm-hmm. I ain't gonna front
that screaming and shit. We be like, yo, what is this? Just like that. But it's like we don't go and be like, fuck Metallica, turn that shit off. We don't listen to it. mosey on along. Like, it is what it is. But like, I want to highlight something real quick that's baffled me, and I seen it on TV. And you brought up the Black Lives Matter. We're watching a trial go on about a man being killed. You have video footage, you have evidence, you have witnesses, you have the person that committed the crime, and you're going to trial. I don't understand. Why is there a trial?
Because in their mind, everybody deserves the right to a fair trial.
Even though the trial not fair, he going home.
Exactly.
We all know the motherfucker guilty. Like I said, I'm in Minnesota right now. These motherfuckers finna go crazy.
Oh yeah.
If he gets off, they are finna go crazy. You know what I'm saying? I'm here in the middle of it. Like, my job is literally like right up the street from the courthouse. So this city is finna go up, and it's crazy, but enough is enough. So I feel like it's justified in my mind.
I feel like they're not gonna be satisfied till motherfuckers just start going around whooping up on white people. I'm serious.
Yeah.
Pretty much.
I feel like it's gonna get to that point, and it's like, hey, I'm looking at it like this: the generation under us are not with this racism shit. They will fuck you up a lot quicker than we will.
Mm-hmm.
You know, we'll try to reason with you. Hey, you know, stop worrying about all that. You know, I don't want to deal with it. You go your way, I go mine. These young bulls will shoot you. They don't give a shit. So it's like, hey, I see this. I see it. It's gonna happen. It's going to be it's gonna get to the point. Because then they're like, well, y'all just out here. Every cop isn't a bad cop, but y'all are not doing nothing about the bad cops. This is why it's getting worse. There's no punishment.
Like I said on my show, dog. Until it ain't no bad cops, it ain't no good cops in my eyes.
No, because it seems like they're complicit with the shit. And
yeah, exactly.
And the same bully culture that we're talking about, it's the same thing. It's just like, all right, they bully you to be a bad cop. They, you know, instead of you speaking up and saying, all right, this is fucked up, this is wrong, they just want everybody, oh, we're one in the same. Because I look at it, and like I said, people always give me shit for this, and I always tell them, at least in my experience, from Arizona to Jersey to DC, all of the crazy instances that I've had with cops have been with black cops, not white cops.
Yeah.
Because they trying to show off for the white cops.
Yes.
Exactly. Because see, like, my whole thing, like, shout out to Chris Dorner. That was the one good cop. Y'all remember Chris Dorner?
Yep.
Chris, that's crazy. Kendra, that nigga was out here. That nigga was running around LA, had the police shook. I got pulled over because at the time they said he was in a black SUV and I had a black Yukon XL.
That was the army nigga that looked like LL Cool J.
Yeah, the one that.
Okay,
That nigga was running around smoking shit out here. So it was because as a cop, he was like, damn, we doing some foul shit. And he went to go report it, and they jumped on him about it. So he like, all right, bitch, I got something for y'all motherfucking ass. And that nigga, he Chris Dornered on their ass. He became a bird. And shout out to him, because like my thing as far as like the good cop, bad cop shit, like my analogy was, imagine you at a party and it's 50 dudes, right? And in the middle of the party, there's one dude raping a woman. If those other 49 dudes in that party don't help, are they really good dudes?
No.
Nah.
Okay.
They just as much a rapist as homeboy.
Yeah, that goes back to Players Club.
Yes.
You know, they did a thing about that. They were like, everybody that was there should have been held accountable, not just the nigga that raped her. Niggas just left the building.
Yeah.
But you don't do nothing about it. You just as guilty, man.
Yeah, that's how I look at police in general. Like, dog, there's a motherfucker on the force that you work on that done beat the shit out of nigga, came in the locker room and bragged about it, and you ain't do shit. Nigga probably told you he planted fake evidence on somebody, and you ain't do shit. Because it was the blue code or the thin blue line or whatever you call that bullshit.
Blue wall of silence.
Yeah, and I tell motherfuckers, man, The police is way more gangster than the Crips and Bloods because we'll snitch on each other. The police will not.
Yeah, because it's like one of them things. It's kind of like let's go towards the NFL. And I don't know if you guys watch this podcast with Brandon Marshall and
Chad Johnson.
Yeah.
I love it. They got an episode coming out. Brandon Marshall gets pissed because he's trying to get them to understand that, hey, y'all got kickers and long snappers in these goddamn NFLPA meetings. But you don't have a person like Drew Brees or Tom Brady or Cam Newton. These big top guys who are really living out good, but everyone's scared to lose their check.
Mm-hmm.
And I respect it, but at the same token, it's like, I felt like when Cap did what he did, I got pissed with Cam. Because right after that Carolina shooting happened, and he took the high road.
You want to go shine shoes instead of speaking up.
Yeah, I
And
did an episode about that shit. Because NFL players, like, I got the least respect for them out of all the athletes.
They don't have guaranteed money though.
Exactly, but that's their fault. You niggas is 300-pound bitches. You niggas is the scariest motherfuckers out of all the athletes, including WNBA and women's soccer. You niggas is okay. How the fuck y'all niggas? Oh, I'm scared to lose my check. I'm scared to lose my check, nigga. Who the fuck gonna replace you? If the NFL struck for 3 fucking weeks, all they money be guaranteed.
Yep.
But they scary. They big ass buff bitches. You niggas are big superhero bitch ass
But
niggas.
you know what's funny though? You got a player like Richard Sherman, right? He speaks on it all the time. But what I keep trying to tell people is when you got stars like Cam Newton, who's a bigger star,
Yep.
then Sherman, they like, it's just Sherman. It's just him. That's why they blow him off. They let him do whatever you want to do. But when you start getting like the Eric Reeds, and then you got like Drew Brees came out and said some wild ass shit.
But you know Cam Newton is a, Queen Newton.
I lost a lot of respect for him because I'm like, dude, you're a franchise player. You at the prime of your career. So even if they cut you, somebody's gonna pick you back up. Say that shit.
Man, the episode I did is called Leverage. I literally talked about that shit. Like NFL players have probably more leverage than any athlete, but they pussy.
They
Because like any other sport could be replaced by other people. Like the NBA, if they went on strike long enough, they'll eventually start trying to get like D-League players, college players, street ball. Like they would try to figure out something to
but
replace.
They take care of their superstars.
But
like
because
you gotta give credit to LeBron. Like when that
because
shit
they
started
exercise
popping
their
off,
leverage.
LeBron started speaking up on that shit. Like, look, if y'all don't start doing some shit about this, I'm gonna walk out the fucking NBA. These motherfuckers start getting shit done.
Exactly, because they exercise leverage. They exercise their leverage. NFL, Adams, what the fuck is homeboy name? Liddell. Chuck Liddell could literally go into the LA Rams office and slap Aaron Donald in his fucking face and say, "You better go play football, bitch ass nigga," and they'll jump their ass on that field. Because nigga, when that Kaepernick shit happened, black players should have all been like, "Fuck y'all, I'm sitting."
That was their moment though.
Right.
Exactly.
Right.
Nigga, when they said that nigga wasn't playing, niggas should have been like, "I ain't playing either."
Yep.
But they bitches.
I say the same shit. I say the same shit all the time. The NBA could become so much powerful. Matter of fact, all aspects, movies, music, rapping, all of that. If everybody stood up and said, yo, fuck this money. My life, my preservation, my legacy, my kids' legacy is more important than these few little dollars. And they just said, fuck it. We're going to stop rapping. We're going to stop doing shows. We're going to stop playing sports. We're going to stop being doctors. Watch how much of the impact the narrative has now changed.
But how do you talk to somebody that's if I'm a doctor, right? And I'm the doctor and I got 3 kids, a wife, I got all these bills, right? How do you convince this doctor to say, just stop?
But see, we're not even talking to the doc. I'm talking to a motherfucker in the NFL, dog. Nigga, you know you can go get some money elsewhere. Like, let's just say NFL players went on strike. A lot of these niggas, you know, and I get it. There's a nigga at the end of the bench who
That's
probably
gonna go play.
is paycheck to paycheck. And that's cool. But dog, let's just say the top 3 black motherfucking quarterbacks stop playing. That should have put the whole NFL to his knees, dog. Like,
yeah, but Russell Wilson ain't fit to do shit.
No,
but see, this is what the fuck I'm saying though. Like, nigga, LeBron by himself said, I won't play. The rest of the league didn't even say shit. But nigga, if LeBron say I'm not gonna play, Adam Silver gonna be like, all right, let me make some phone calls, dog. Hold on. We can't have that happen. Like,
but then
it's 10. It don't even take all the black players. Like you said, if Cam Newton, Russell Wilson, Aaron Donald, and 5 or 6 other niggas that's prominent decided to kick back, the league gonna have to do something.
Like, I felt like everybody should have took the route Marshawn did when he was like, yo, I'm tired of doing these interviews because of this, that, and the third. And they're like, look, find me, I don't give a fuck. Like,
but that's the problem. You don't have them dudes don't have no heart. They ain't got no balls. It's just plain and simple. They don't.
Too many men don't have balls.
300 pounds worth of pussy.
hey, Kendra, it's safe to call him a dyke this episode. Go ahead, Kendra, tell him. It's a bunch of fucking dykes out there.
It's too many dykes out here.
It's just a joke, listeners. It's just a joke. It's just a joke. I don't feel like getting lit up.
Yeah, like them niggas, like nigga, how are you that afraid, dog? Like, you know, a lot of us is paycheck to paycheck as regular people. But as a goddamn professional athlete, it's enough of you niggas to, if you really call your teammates brothers, take care of your brother. Nigga, you getting $75 million. If your coworker is only making $62,000, you can literally replace that nigga's paycheck with your chunk change.
Yeah.
With
So
one check. With one
yeah,
check.
like if a nigga, yeah, you making $50 million a year, nigga, you can't look out for 2 or 3 of your teammates. Look, dog, y'all camp with me. Look, dog, how much is your mortgage for the next 6 months? 60 G's? Here, nigga, take that. I was gonna buy a watch with that. Like, but these niggas, they ain't got heart like that. Like, these niggas is they pussy, dog. Like, y'all.
But it's that. But you can call it that. But then you got to look at it. Start from childhood. Like we were saying yesterday. When you start playing football and everybody's a fucking winner,
which is bullshit.
It's a train mentality. So once I become an adult, I'm not thinking about the next motherfucker. I'm thinking about myself.
Yeah.
Fuck that shit, dog.
And I think that's the problem, because I was gonna say, because like you said, with everybody getting a fucking trophy, certificate, whatever, because I coach AAU basketball, and I think the biggest problem is that, like you said, everybody gets a trophy. Everybody don't deserve a damn trophy.
Everybody gets playing time.
Everybody's not LeBron. If I'm going out there, I'm playing to win. And the first thing I tell my parents when they, when the kids come to tryouts and shit, and I tell them straight up, if you're going to pay this money, I'm playing to win. I'm not playing, you're not paying $8, $9, $1,000 for your child to play.
Now, the kid that come to practice once a week.
Exactly. If he tries,
gets playing time.
He's going to sit his ass on the bench. I'm trying to win. I say, if I go out there and I go 0-12, 0-13, we down in Atlanta, we losing tournaments and all this other shit. I'm like, who they looking at? They're not looking at the players. Motherfuckers looking at the coach. Like, what the fuck is
every time? Get him the fuck out of here every time, dog. Yeah, so you know who that reminds me of? This is the best example I can give you. The Pittsburgh Steelers is what's wrong with America.
Yeah.
You got a black coach running shit, and you got this badass child doing all kind of shit, but he wins us games, man. Let's keep him.
Yeah. You talking about Roethlisberger?
Exactly. This white boy that got caught, he didn't rape 4 women, and he's still in the league.
Wait, what?
He didn't rape 4 women, still in the league.
There's a rapist on the football team currently
But look
playing.
what they trying to do. Look what they trying to do to Deshaun.
Ben Roethlisberger, yeah, they trying to make that nigga in the R.
Oh,
Kelly
Deshaun out of there.
football.
He done. He
Yeah,
fucking done.
career over with.
He done.
And the thing that's fucked up about that shit is hearsay.
Mm-hmm.
All we can go off of is what a motherfucker said.
And then how do you get suspended with no evidence?
But that's what I'm saying. Like, and I tell motherfuckers like with what the fuck is Bill Cosby? Nigga,
That's
for
crazy.
enough money, I could get 200 bitches to lie on somebody.
Yeah.
If I
That's
offer the right
crazy.
bag, I could get 1,000 bitches to lie and say anybody get anything.
But I'm not saying he did it or he didn't. I'm just saying 30 years. 30 years.
Who got 30 years?
Bill Cosby went to jail for some shit that they said he did 30 years ago.
Oh,
And that's what I'm saying, dog.
How?
But like,
so
That's like a motherfucker robbing me and I wait 15 years and I go to a police report, he robbed me 15 years ago.
and that's what I'm saying, because like I was arguing with feminists on Twitter about that shit. Oh, you don't understand their emotional trauma. But all of a sudden now all the other bitches doing it. Now your trauma not there no more. Oh, they're brave enough to speak up. Bitch,
Kendra,
they're brave
let
enough
me-
to get paid.
so here's the thing with the Bill Cosby thing, right? So I understand that sometimes it does take another woman to stand up and say, look, he did this to me, and then the woman doesn't feel alone. Like, okay, well, if she was brave enough to do it, let me go ahead and tell my story as well. Now, here's my thing. Whether this was 10 days ago or 10 years ago, you said it was 30 years ago, right? To a degree, at what point do we hold ourselves accountable? So if I go to whoever's house, I go to this dude's house, right? And maybe this is because I don't drink, so I don't have that mentality, right? But my mama told me, if you leave first of all, don't let nobody make you no drink, especially if somebody you don't know like that. You don't let nobody make you no drink, okay? I make my own damn
I
drink,
feel like
right?
that's common sense.
So yeah, that's what I'm saying. So you go to this man's house and he makes you a drink, and you wake up and feel like, maybe something happened or whatever, right? And you don't say anything. But my thing is, they were coming around him because he was Bill Cosby, right? And so I'm an up and coming model. Let me hang out with Bill Cosby. Let me see what if he can pull some strings to me. And I don't want to. I don't want to sound like I'm putting this on women, because I'm not. But it's like, you did come to this man's house, and you allowed him to make you a drink. Obviously, you're not saying, yeah, slip something in there for me, but you did allow him to make you a drink. So at what point do the women hold themselves accountable? And then 30 years later, and then I feel like it's just too many women. And that's why the Me Too movement, I feel like, has ruined it for women who actually have been, raped and traumatized, because there's too many women, for myself as a woman, to believe that this happened to so many women, and nobody said
Don't nobody know
anything
nothing.
about it until 30 years later.
No,
and so on and so on.
One of them said he raped her multiple times. Like, oh, I kept going back. He kept raping me. Bitch, that ain't rape no more.
Nah, it's not.
That's a fetish at that point, bitch. You was having fun.
Well, yeah, I mean, that's what I mean, though. Like, did you go to this man's house every weekend to get that drink?
Exactly. To get raped again.
Okay, but we all in our 30s, right? Or in 30s.
Yeah.
Can y'all really remember what the fuck went down 20 years ago?
No.
If something happened to my body, yes.
If I got raped, I'ma remember, dog.
Yeah.
Right. No. What I'm getting at is this.
I'm gonna tell somebody too.
Right. The point that I'm about to make is this. Y'all want the Me Too movement to be in a right perspective, right?
Yeah.
Me and Ken talked about this once before. I personally feel like if a woman gets caught lying,
she should get time.
jail.
Oh, yeah.
Hell yeah.
I believe
She
so
needs to go to
too.
jail. Fuck a
Because
fine. She should go. You have to start making examples out of this shit.
Yes.
Because every guy's not a rapist.
Yes. And it's at the point
once
where
you get called a rapist, you
That's
are a
it.
rapist
it's
for
it
life.
for you.
You
Yeah.
marked forever. That'll
Yeah.
never go away.
Even if it's proven you ain't do it, niggas still gonna call you a rapist. Like they was
Yeah, they
calling
call
Kobe a
OJ a
rapist
murderer.
after he was
And he got
dead.
out.
That just
What was
starts.
that funky dog head bitch name? Oprah homegirl, Gail.
Hell.
You
Yeah.
try to call Kobe
Gail.
a rapist after he was dead. Funky dog head bitch.
Yeah, she was out of pocket for that, dog.
Yeah,
out of
she
pocket.
trying.
The man, but this is the thing. Like in using Kobe, he was proven innocent. It was proven she lied, and y'all still call him a rapist.
But that,
Exactly.
but that's that Scarlet Letter shit. That shit.
But no, I'm here for that because you know why? Too many women, and they don't even the guy don't even have to be a celebrity, right? One woman can decide I'm gonna fuck up your life if I don't get what I want out of you. I'm just gonna tell somebody that you raped me. I'm gonna make a big deal about it. And now this man, his whole shit is fucked up. He can't get picked up if he a doctor. He can lose his doctor license. It's all kind of shit that can happen behind that, and nothing is happening to women, so they continue to do these things, and it's not okay. And then a woman who's actually been sexually assaulted, we're less likely to believe her because it's too many. It's too many, and some people are lying. Just some people
And you
are
know
lying.
how fucked up it is out here for a nigga that has to register as a sex offender?
You can't go by school.
You can't live
go
near
by churches.
school, nigga. Yeah, like it's certain neighborhoods that will sign a petition to get you booted out your shit.
Yeah.
Like there's neighborhoods that you literally can't move to because you registered, whether or not you actually did the shit. Like, no, we don't want no freak near me. Fuck that.
What was that movie? Central, the 5 Central.
Central Park.
Central Park
and
5.
they need to do
Now
something
they
about
broke
that
it down that they registered as this. You got to go on probation, and then it's like even when he got cleared, you gave these niggas what $2 million a piece or some shit like that,
which wasn't enough.
But here goes another.
That shit a slap in the face.
Here goes another one. If you think about it, you got like the Brian Banks story. Motherfucker lost his scholarship to USC. All shit spent what 7-8 years in jail, and then the chick admitted on the phone. They got a recording of her saying that she was angry at him or some shit, and she lied. So this nigga went to jail for 7 to 8 years. Lost all his shit, his scholarship to USC, his pop. He was.
And what happened to her old girl? What happened to her?
nothing.
Not a damn thing.
That's not cool.
Oh,
That's not
okay,
cool.
but you know where it started at though?
Fine, I think that was it.
It started with Emmett Till,
Fine.
though.
That's crazy to me.
That's why I got to
Emmett
film
Till.
every time I fuck.
It started with Emmett Till. That's what it's bullshit. Now you crazy, Dolomite. That's what that
Hey,
bullshit
nigga, I ain't
came
bullshit,
from.
nigga. I ain't even lying, nigga. If I fuck a random bitch, oh, camera right here. I'll be damn. You call rape on me? We going on Pornhub, bitch. We going viral. Cause I'm releasing the footage.
But it shouldn't, like, it sucks for us because like when we get into these kind of topics, right? And you hear from a male's perspective of how uncomfortable it is to be a man, the women will come after us in an aspect of, yeah, y'all just don't know what it is to be a woman. This, and this. But you don't understand that it's hard to prove that a woman rapes a man. Do you know that? If a man gets an erection, it's not considered rape.
Well, this is a real question. I don't believe a man can be raped.
Okay,
That's a real question. How are you getting raped?
Let me preface this. I'll put this out there. Like I said, I'm an open book like shit. And like I said, I had these discussions with my wife, and I even mentioned this on Erica with the C podcast episode I did with her. There's an instance where I went to a party on a college campus. I'm not gonna say which college. I don't smoke. I was drinking. Everybody else was smoking. That secondhand contact hit me. I was drunk as hell. I woke up in this chick's dorm room with her on top of me. I don't remember shit. I remember getting in the car. We got back to her dorm. I woke up and she was on top of me.
Okay.
I didn't consent to shit. I was passed out, and it was just like, and then
She's some weird ass nasty bitch, by the way.
They think
That's
that
disgusting.
guys, just because we willing to fuck anything that move, that we cannot say no. And that's what blows me about.
That's not what I'm saying. I'm not saying
said,
y'all
not
can't say
you,
no.
not you, but
I
I'm
just
saying,
didn't know you guys been raped before. I didn't know that was a real thing.
I mean,
Yeah,
no, but
that
if
shit happens, buddy.
if we say no and you continue to press us for it, it happens more than what people think. But it's never happened to me. But what I'm saying is, it happens more than people think. And I think guys, they just feel like, oh, because you got a penis, hey, it's not really considered rape.
And
Yes,
because we just, like we're known for being bigger and stronger than women.
Okay,
So it's like, how is it that you would think a woman could rape a man? Like me, I'm a small nigga. I fuck with a lot of bitches that's bigger than me. but they ain't gonna rape me, dog. Like it would literally take a substance.
But let me ask you this then. Like, okay, so Ken, then for example, when you woke up, did you feel violated?
Oh
You
no,
mean Ringo?
no, that was me. Did I feel violated? No, you know what? And I got to take this one on the chin and say this. Part of that bully culture shit, it plays into everything. Because
Right.
it's just like he's on top of me. You know what? We already in the middle of this. Let me finish. Because the fear for most guys is that you don't want that rep of, oh, you know, he had the chance to fuck and he didn't. He passed it up. He did this. He did that. Because there's also another example that I mentioned on Erica's podcast was when I was in high school. There's a girl that I had no interest in. And there are guys out here that turn down pussy. I'm one of the guys. I had no interest in this woman. And she came to
Shout
my
out to you guys.
she
You
came
have
to my house
standards.
Goddamn.
and she
I'm part of the no culture. You got me.
exactly and she
I
came to
don't
my
want
house and she was like, if you don't fuck me, she was like, I'm gonna tell everybody that you scared of me. Now this is in high school, so now you gotta remember, I'm worrying about my rep when I get back to school. And like I said, I played basketball and I played football in high school. So now it's just like, all right, I can't have that shit going around the school. You know what I mean? So it does happen that, but that's part of that bully culture is that we got to protect our image. We got to uphold this masculine shit. So even the shit where the girl, where I was passed out and I woke up with the girl on top of me, it was just like, all right, well, shit, you know, this far in or whatever the case is, I might as well finish. So
Damn.
But see, here's the flip side. Let's say you try to get her off him, right? And she somehow gets bruised or hit her head or something. Now you got an assault.
Domestic violence.
Yep. The law.
So what do you want a man to do at that point? In all honesty,
it's not set up for us to
win
or to be believed. Because I mean, there's and like I said, I don't give a shit. You know, whatever my wife know, I think it is cool for everybody else to know. There was an instance where I got into some shit with a woman. I went to the police station and told these motherfuckers, I was like, look.
She got physical with you?
She got physical with me. And this is the God, the honest truth. At this point, I was working for the federal government. I had a high security clearance. I was not fucking that shit up for nobody.
Hell no.
I went to the police station and I told these motherfuckers, I was like, look, this is what's going down, blah, blah, blah. And they looked at me and these motherfuckers laughed. And like I said, I ain't the biggest dude in the world, but like I said, I'm 6'2", 235. I go in there and tell these motherfuckers, the woman that was giving me the issues was about 5'1". And shit. And I'm telling them, I'm like, I explained to them why I came to the police station. They looked at me and they laughed. And then they were like, you don't got no marks on you. No bruises, nothing. There's nothing that we could do for you.
Yep.
They didn't let you file an incident report at least?
Nope.
I'm going to add to that, Ringo.
On me.
I had a chick pull a thin line between love and hate on me. She posted 7 pictures on Facebook and said, I beat the shit out of her.
She whipped her own ass?
CPS came. I swear to God, I didn't touch her. I didn't want to deal with her. And it was Lee trying to figure out, hey, how do I fucking get out of this shit without it going left? Because she was already violent. It's been times we've gotten to it and people had to get her off. Right? Cool. I was like, man, the only way I can do this, whatever. She just, all of a sudden, he beat the shit out of me. This, that, and the third. CPS got involved. Thousands of dollars in court cases. The girl said the shit and then dipped out and moved to Georgia.
Man, y'all know some dirty little lowdown bitches, huh?
I spent 6 to 8 months fighting for my freedom on some shit that I didn't do. But because you have quote unquote physical evidence, you know they're not trying to hear that shit. Nope. So then I'm a type of cat. I got cameras in my house, in and outside my shit. After that shit happened, y'all got me fucked up. You got me fucked up. I don't even like hanging out with women by myself now because that shit has happened twice.
Hey, dog. That's why I film every time I fuck. You won't call rape on me, bitch.
But Dill, are you toxic?
Huh?
Are you toxic?
Define toxic. I'm trying to figure it out.
I'm being funny because what are you doing to make women act like that?
Hey, like Ken say, you can't take every woman to Pound Town.
Pound Town. Pound Town.
I'm
That
just being
nigga,
real.
that nigga advertising say, yeah, I done had my car scratched up. Hell yeah, I done had a bitch put me in jail. Or laying that P-Zype on these hoes. I'm glad I ain't got to go to jail, dick. Goddamn.
I mean, and the shit happened. Like I said, it's and like I said, for the people that's gonna hear this, we're joking about certain shit, but we understand the realness behind it. But
Most definitely, yes.
you know what I mean? But this is just real shit. Like I said, the shit happens to men, and the shit that happened to us is, like I said, it's all part of the bully culture shit. It's just that, like I said, we get bullied. It's either you're gonna get bullied by the police that didn't want to do anything because I didn't have any marks on me. Shit.
Yeah, they're gonna laugh at you.
You know what I mean? And
They
and,
can
he
believe
did, and they laughed at me. I was mad as shit, but what the fuck am I gonna do? I'm standing in the police station. What am I gonna do when they laughing at me? Ain't shit I
I
can
get I
Tell
give you
them,
another
tell them
story.
they got a GED.
and
Yeah, I give you another story, right? So I got custody of my second son. This is when I started really learning about the law and justice system. His mom takes him out of school, turns his phone off, everything. He's gone for 2 weeks. I go to the police station. Hey, I really want to file this report, but I got legal documents showing that, she's not supposed to do this, that, and the third. This dude told me it's a category 5. I'm like, what the fuck does that mean? I mean, we don't really take these things seriously. I said, but if it was me that done it, y'all be in my house because it happened before. So when it all said and done, I learned that this is when I learned that men have more power than what we think when it comes to our children.
mm-hmm.
That I started really advocating, like, hey, fight for your child, do this, that, and the third. You can go do this. You down here in Texas, if I go file child support on her first, they don't give a fuck. It's whoever filed first. You don't have to fight for shit.
To the courtroom when y'all break up. I'm getting in my Dodge Challenger, bitch. I'm going to the courthouse.
Yeah.
And I need my PTO check.
But it goes to show, like, when the roles were reversed, man, these cops came to my house. 2 cops, I'll never forget this day. They came in with pistols, walked straight in my fucking house. Yo, this, that, and the third. Me and my cousin just sitting there playing 2K. Oh, well, we had a thing because she said that I beat her, and then she's trying to get her child. This is what her story was. They pull up. I tell them the exact same shit. I go to the police station, say the exact same shit. Yo, she took him out of school. I cannot get in contact with my child. It's been 4 days. I don't know where my child is.
That's kidnapping, dog.
Category 5.
But the system, but that's how the system is set up. And I work, and all of the shit that I'm talking about is not shit I've read online. This is a lot of the shit is shit that I've either been through or shit that I know. I worked in a homeless shelter, and I've seen some mothers that, and it sounds harsh, but deserve to have their kids taken away from them. And the way that the system is set up, the courts, the judges that say a child is better served with, and that's some real shit. They'll say the child is better served with their mother. It doesn't matter how many times the mother has.
She can be on drugs.
Has
that
on drugs, has fucked up.
Homeboy.
They will tell you that a child is better served with their mother, and they never said that better served with the father. They just said better served with the mother. So if they're better served with the mother, then that means that the father is sort of obsolete. It's just like, all right, we're going to give her multiple chances. And I swear, I don't mean this as no joke, but just short of her harming that child to no end or almost killing that child, that's when they want to take the child away from the mother.
Mm-hmm.
And I mean that literally, because my homeboy, he was literally in a court battle because his baby mama had his kid out of school. I think the kid missed like 2 weeks straight. And he was like, my kid is missing school. He not changing clothes. She drop him off and he smelled piss. And they was like, well, if she's not physically harming him, he's still better off with her. They literally said that, like, anything outside of physical bodily harm, she got custody.
Yep.
It was fucked up because I could just see this nigga break. Like, he literally was like, you know what, dog? And I hate to say this, but man, fuck the kid. Like, I'm over it. I don't want to fight no more.
That's so. These are some sad ass stories.
That's what they put in our head, man. I got a lot of kids, so I've been through just about any situation that it comes with having kids that you could think of. So, you know, they train us early that the women are the custodial parent and you are just the sperm donor. They basically anything goes with them. Like the woman is always right. So I went through my fair share of battles. I went through my fair share of things with the police. I went through all of that. And I felt bullied. I felt helpless, hopeless, all of that. Like, yo, you know what I'm saying? Like my son mother decided to move to South Dakota and decided to leave my son with me for about 6 months. And she let whoever she was dealing with convince her that my son was better off with her. You know what I'm saying? And she tricked me. Oh, I just want to spend some time with him. I'm gonna bring him back. 3 days come past, she still ain't brought him back. I still know she in town, but she still ain't brought him back. On the 4th day, I show up. I'm like, all right, well, it's time, you know, it's time for him to come back. We got to get him back situated. Nah, I'm taking him back with me. What do you mean? He coming back with us. So we arguing. Finally, the police get called. I'm explaining to the police like, yo, he's been with me the last 6 months. I've taken care of everything he's needed. He's in good health. I got a good job. He is this, and this. They like, okay, who has custody of him? I said, we never had no custody issues. He been with me. Is she the custodial parent? I'm like, yeah. All right, well, there's nothing we can do about it. He has to go back with her. You talking about her? Man, I wouldn't see my son again for about a year. I couldn't communicate with him. She wouldn't let me talk to him. Any of that. You know what I'm saying? So I felt bullied. I felt helpless. There was like nothing I could do at the time, but I learned from that. Like we cool now. Me and her, we are the best of friends. We cool now. But at that point, you know what I'm saying? That was like the hardest moment when you feel like you want to reach out to your kids and you can't get to them for whatever reason. You know what I'm saying? And I ain't saying this to bash her or anything. I'm just saying that this is what the system does. The police basically say, hey, we don't care about none of that. We don't care about nothing you telling us. She's the custodial parent. That's who he going with. You know what I'm saying? So I say this to say bullying ain't just about using your hands and putting your hands on the motherfucker. It's a lot of ways to bully a person. Mm-hmm. It's just up to you to fight back or constantly let them do
it. And then,
yeah, but boy, them court motherfuckers will really bully your ass, dog.
Oh, man, yeah. What? They'll make you feel worse than, like, they'll make you feel lower than dirt, man. Because the judge can say whatever the fuck they want to say to you. A lawyer on the other end can make up some shit. It ain't a bitch ass thing you can do but sit there and pray that these niggas don't believe it. And that's it. That's all you got. You got you and if you believe in God, that's it. Mm-hmm. And we don't got shit else. So think about it. How many black men, it's not even victimizing them, but think about how many black men have been killed unarmed. How many black men have been convicted of crimes we never fucking did. Mm-hmm. And it's like, well, the stereotype is he's an angry black man. We can't even show emotions because, oh, if you get upset, it's violence coming after that.
Dog, like something you always joke about, but it's partly on purpose. Y'all notice when I crack jokes, I don't laugh. Nigga, I don't change my facial expression, period. Like I always told motherfuckers, I never want a nigga to really know what I'm thinking. Mm-hmm. I don't want motherfuckers to know whether or not I'm joking or serious. So if I gotta come fuck you up, I don't even want you to know that that's the mood I'm in. I just pull up and do that shit because we do have this stigma of being angry. So I tell motherfuckers, when I'm angry, you'll never know. I'll have the same look on my face as when I'm joking, when I'm literally about to make you not be alive no more. Just because we got a fucked up stigma of anger. And it's like, nigga, it's unjustified. Because if anybody got a reason to be angry, it's our ass, male and female.
Right.
And it's crazy because just like you, like I laugh at a lot of shit, or I'm always smiling. And people always tell me they're like, only crazy people do that type shit. And I told them, I said, nah, I said, I'm just like you, Dolomite. I don't need you to know what I'm thinking. I don't need you to know how I'm feeling. So when I'm uncomfortable, when I'm angry, I still got a smile on my face. And it's just like, all right, cool. And I said, it takes so much for me to express any type of anger that like I tell motherfuckers, even the people, you know, that I work with, I go, if you ever see me come to work and I don't have a smile on my face, I said, just know it's going to be a bad day. You know what I mean? And that's just what it is, because I don't want, for me, I prefer to have a smile on my face and joking and all that type of shit. If I'm uncomfortable, you're not going to know that I'm uncomfortable unless I tell you that I'm uncomfortable. That smile on my face, all that shit, the same way Dolomite say he don't show anything. I'm always laughing. So you don't never know what the fuck, I'm thinking, was going through my mind, or how I feel that day. But I got another one for y'all before this episode ends up being like 2 hours or whatever the case is. I want to start with you, Kendra, on this. So Kendra, talk to me about cancel culture and how you feel about it.
Oh my God, I'm tired of it. First and foremost, I'm tired of it, right? And pretty much cancel culture, I see it as bully culture. So that's pretty much what it is. If you don't agree with us, then we want to cancel you. If you make one mistake, we want to cancel you. If you made a mistake 10 years ago before cancel culture existed and somebody finds it and we put it out here, you'll get canceled. I think it needs to end. I think, what cancel culture does is also allows us not to be able to think for ourselves. So if for example, I don't necessarily agree with everything, the alphabet community is doing. Now, I don't have an issue with them. I don't. I really don't. But I don't necessarily agree with everything they have going. And if I voice that, I am always like, I'm not going to say like I'm in fear of being attacked, but it's like I know I'm going to get attacked if I say how I actually feel. And I shouldn't feel that way, right? It's supposed to be freedom of speech, but I feel like it's freedom of speech if you agree with what we want. What we're saying. If you agree with that, then it's freedom of speech. Otherwise, you can get canceled. Otherwise, you're a homophobe. Otherwise, you're stupid. Otherwise, I can't be myself without I don't want to say fear, because I don't feel like I'm fearful, but it's like I know before I say something or before I post something, I know I'm going to get attacked because it's not the majority. It's not the majority opinion. Mm-hmm. Right. And then we're just canceling somebody just, based on things that we do, like we're canceling celebrities when we do the same shit that they've done. We're capable of doing it. We're holding celebrities on a higher standard, like they're gods and they can't make any mistakes, and we're canceling them for that. I think cancel culture, I think it needs to die. Let people be people, let people have their own opinions, let people think for themselves, and let people are allowed to make mistakes. That's what we do. Ain't nobody perfect. I could have done something 10 years ago that I wouldn't dare do now because I've learned from it and I've grown. So like I should be canceled now because I did something back in the day that was crazy.
Anybody else want to jump in on that?
I look at it, I don't even believe in cancel culture. I think that shit is a myth. Like, because especially in the Black community, because name one person who's actually been canceled. Niggas be canceled for like 3 weeks. Nah, nigga. Go to a wedding, they gonna step in the name of love. He's not canceled.
Bill Cosby.
They just played Contagious on the Versus battle yesterday, my nigga.
They skipped over his verse though. They cut his verse out the song.
But a lot of them versus battles only like 30 seconds of the song. So
no, they played the whole song. They just cut his verse out.
Okay, but put it this way, dog. When the last time, and you from Chicago, nigga, when the last time you been to a wedding they play Step in the Name of Love or Happy People, nigga?
Shit, he gonna play it at his fucking wedding.
In my defense, I ain't never been to a wedding.
Nigga, but you done been to a function where they played that goddamn song, nigga. Let's not play this game. We know we done heard some R. Kelly at some parties.
Yeah, but that's with certain people.
You gonna slip some 12 play in on that shit.
Like we don't even play R. Kelly in the little versus battles we had.
But niggas sneak R. Kelly in. Dog.
I'm listening. By the way, I have not canceled R. Kelly. Okay, he in jail doing his time.
I'm
listening to him.
Mm-hmm. That's what I'm saying. Like fucking Chris Brown didn't get canceled. Kanye, he canceled. That nigga goddamn billionaire. Ain't nobody motherfucking canceled. Everybody who we say get canceled.
What you mean, dog? We just lost Pepe Le Pew.
Well, that's a cartoon character, nigga.
He the first cartoon character losing his job, man.
White people cancel people. Niggas don't cancel shit.
Yeah, you got a point on that one.
White people, they get you the fuck out of here. Niggas, we gonna say, I don't fuck with that nigga, bro. And then here come the one nigga that wanna jump the picket line. Nah, fuck that. I'm still gonna listen to 12 play. We gonna a lot of niggas.
It's kind of hard not to listen to no R. Kelly, dog.
That's what the fuck I'm saying, my nigga. Like, it's nigga, as much niggas say they don't fuck with Kanye, play College Dropout. Bet they listen.
Facts.
Like, nigga, niggas don't cancel shit. So me personally, cancel culture is a myth.
It's fake news.
See, but
it's temporary cancel culture.
I might be in that majority. I mean, in that minority, because I'm not an R. Kelly fan, and I always tell people, and people go, "Oh, nah, you had to." And I said, I didn't like R. Kelly when he was with Public Announcement. I said I didn't like it then, and I said I've never been.
That nigga said I didn't listen to Vibe.
And don't get me wrong, like I said, I give credit where credit is due. He's a talented dude, but I seriously have never been an R. Kelly fan. And people tell you don't got no R. Kelly albums, not Chocolate Factory, none of that shit. Don't get me wrong. Will some of that shit get you to tapping your foot? Fuck yeah, it will. But I said
like Drake.
Like
Drake.
Yeah.
Drake is trash. I don't own none of his shit, but he got a couple tunes I beat my beat to.
Or like
I ain't biting it.
Well, if you're not a fan, then you know, like, you don't give a fuck to cancel him or not, right? If you're not a fan, but if you're a fan,
I cancel them personally. Like, I don't fuck with R. Kelly because I saw the tape.
Mm-hmm.
I saw the tape with my mom. I was like, that nigga's a freak. I'm never fucking with that nigga again. Like, I use him as an example a lot of times because R. Kelly is like the most polarizing figure in the black community when it comes to cancel culture. You got niggas like me and Ringo who like, nigga, I don't fuck with this nigga. I'll never buy his music. I won't go to a concert. Nigga, if Step in the Name of Love come on, I'm not gonna dance. I'm gonna be like, fuck y'all niggas gay. But like, or let me not say gay. You niggas weak. But like,
I'm gonna be at
when it comes to like a lot of motherfuckers, like I personally cancel people, but I know everybody don't go by the same creed that I go by. Like it's a lot, like when I see niggas follow 6ix9ine on Instagram and they like, oh, I don't fuck with him, but I'll follow him. Nigga, if you follow him,
why are you following him?
Exactly, like you're a supporter, my nigga. Like you might say, oh, I don't fuck with snitches, but dog, if you go to 6ix9ine page, you probably got 39 niggas on your page who follow him.
Facts.
Like you say you don't support him, but you follow him. You're supporting him. He get paid off your following count.
Mm-hmm.
Like nigga, you're supporting the snitch, no matter what you want to say or how you want to justify it, or oh, I'm just looking at it for content. Dog, I got him blocked. I know he not
for content. What the fuck? What kind of content you getting from 6ix9ine?
The bitches.
Gossip.
Niggas, like I tell niggas all the time.
6ix9ine have a lot of bad chicks in this video, so I can kind of see.
It's bad bitches everywhere. It's bad bitches everywhere though. You don't gotta be on 6ix9ine page.
Yeah, nigga, I don't give a lemon pepper fuck, my nigga. If you follow 6ix9ine, dog, you snitch adjacent.
Damn.
You got snitch in your blood, my nigga. You a snitch by association.
Mm-hmm.
nigga, you might not have on a snitch jacket, my nigga, but you got a receipt for a snitch jacket. You got a snitch jacket on layaway.
And I mean, that's just what it is. Is I don't know. I don't like when it come to shit like that with the 6ix9ine shit. That shit makes no sense to me. I feel like everything we're talking about is part of the bully culture because people feel like they have to, oh, he's out of jail now. Yeah, he snitched, but he snitched for this reason. And I always tell people, I say, I understand why he snitched, but he was part of the shit. So how you snitching makes no sense. Now, if you weren't attached to the shit, then that's something different. Kind of like what Pharrell said on Drink Champs. You know what I mean? Pharrell ain't out in the streets. He ain't doing all this type shit. So him telling, I don't see that as snitching. That's just
a civilian.
Yeah, you know what I mean?
Right. I said that to somebody.
But it's like this. With 6ix9ine, the reason I don't even understand, I don't support it, I don't fuck with him, and I literally, sorry, dog, I know a lot of niggas ain't gonna like this, but yeah, I wish death on him. When it comes to 6ix9ine, dog, with me, it's like this. Like,
I'm
nigga,
surprised he's not dead, to be honest.
Yeah, because it's like this, dog. Like,
because whoever do it going to jail automatically.
It's like this. If you don't want to get hit, don't be on the fucking football field.
Exactly.
You shouldn't be playing football. This nigga literally called a foul on the football field.
And he was front and center.
Yeah, and the refs gave him the foul. Like, nah, my nigga, you can't snitch if you involved yourself in the street. You're a street nigga now. So you have to go by the street code, my nigga. You got to get the punishment of a snitch.
Yeah.
And that's just what the fuck it is. Like, nigga, I'm from the street, like from the street. I'm not street adjacent. I'm literally from there. So when it comes to shit like that, I don't think that shit is cute, funny, cool. I don't subscribe to that shit. I don't get with that shit, nigga. Like, you gotta go, nigga. Because like I'm from that element. So like I got homies that's literally doing 95 years that got locked up at 16 because of a fucking snitch. Like, it's fucked up. But nigga, if you're involved, you have to play by the rules of the game you're involved in. Like, I'm not gonna call the old lady across the street a snitch for reporting a crime she saw. She's a civilian. That's her job. She pay taxes. But nigga, if you involved, nah, nigga, you gotta play by the rules of being involved.
Yeah, you gotta take that L, bro. You gotta take
like,
that
nigga,
L.
if I get shot, I'm not calling the police, dog.
And that's the thing is that they, and like I said, I hate to sound like I'm about to bash on this current generation, but that's the shit that they make cool. Is that snitching is alright and all this other shit. Like I said, I'm not a street dude. I ain't never sold no drug, all that type shit. That's not my shit. I already know if I'm involved in some shit, that's some shit that I would have to deal with. That's just some shit I gotta eat. I'm not gonna sit there and be front line like like on some
man, right? Just
and
be
then
a
when
man.
I Dub talk about, oh yeah, no, it was just for entertainment, blah blah blah. No, it's not for entertainment, motherfucker. You were on the front line. We have videos of
you put a hit on Chief Keef.
Shit like that, and then you want to go tell, and then you home still doing the same clown shit, and a lot of
big clown shit,
and a lot of people backing this shit.
And see, that's what I'm saying. Like, niggas like that don't need to be alive, dog, because he's not gonna stop. Like, nothing is going to stop him because he's getting rewarded for it. He's getting paid from it. He's getting attention from it, and he's teaching kids that's what the fuck to do. Like, there's literally little niggas in comment sections on Twitter, on other posts, like, oh, I did the same thing as him. You street niggas are stupid. No, my nigga, you don't understand the game that he's playing.
These
and
new
I don't
gang members, wow.
But see, that's what I'm saying. It's like, I don't want these young niggas to think that that's the move. Like, oh, I'm gonna do this shit for attention. Like, it was a little nigga out here in LA. I forgot the light-skinned nigga name. Kendra, you might have seen him, I don't know. But he was going to niggas' projects, whacking out they hood, throwing up gang signs on Instagram. He ended up getting killed in Lakewood. They smoked him. Because it's like, my nigga, you can only get away with that shit for so long. Like, nigga, you're not 6'9", nigga. You don't have $1 million security team, my nigga. Eventually, somebody gonna catch your stupid ass. And that's what happens. Like, everybody don't play like that. And that's the shit that I be saying. Like, that's why I do my show. Because it's like, I don't want these kids to think that this shit these rappers doing, everybody could do. Like, you don't live these niggas' life. Like, I talked a lot about this nigga, and I hate that shit because one day I'm gonna fuck around and run into this motherfucker. The Game. That nigga didn't start gangbanging until he got famous.
Okay.
You didn't become a blood.
Okay, I already knew he wasn't a gang member.
Exactly. Like,
wasn't he a stripper though?
Yes.
Okay.
That nigga used to be on Sunset
That's why
with
I'm
blonde
like,
hair.
gang member. Since when?
All his tattoos are cover-ups. All his tattoos cover up some Dennis Rodman shit. Like, but it's like all his albums are like gangbang commercials. That nigga make gangbanging sound like it's the coolest shit in the world. And like all my OGs used to tell me, cuz if any nigga brag about this shit, he ain't done it. No nigga brag about this shit like it's fucking cool, cause it's not. If you really been to prison, you ain't bragging about prison because you know it ain't cool.
Funny, man.
If you ever watched a nigga life energy leave his body, you know that shit not cool. That ain't nothing to fucking brag about, dog. That shit'll give you nightmares into your fucking 50s, my nigga. Like, that's not nothing cool. But a rapper, I shot a nigga, stand over nigga, shoot the nigga in the face. Nigga, you know, nigga, I'm from a gang. I know a lot of niggas that throw up. Like, these niggas be traumatized after a mission, shooting somebody. You actually shoot a nigga after the mission, they come back to the hood, they crying, shaking. Because dog, everybody not built like that.
No, it's a rare few that have that seriously have that I don't give a fuck attitude, and it's 100% genuine. Everybody else is trying to act, fake the shit.
Those are sociopaths. There are very few people they don't feel emotions.
And then the motherfuckers that's out here playing with the shit, them the motherfuckers that's out here causing the most trouble. And then when they get caught up in some shit,
they tell it.
Those are the 6ix9ines.
Yeah, they the first nigga in there with a bucket of chicken and a large soda.
On the first 48, sitting there telling
exactly. Exactly. Them niggas come out that motherfucker eating a Popeye chicken sandwich and shit. They ain't even crying no more when they come out. I used to tell niggas that shit all the time. If them niggas come out that police room and they went in crying and they come out not crying, you going to prison. They told on you, nigga. If they come out that motherfucker looking confident, shaking the cop's hand and shit, you going to prison. Them niggas told on you, dog. And that's like something like with my homies all the time. If you catch a major case and you get out too early, you a snitch to me. Like, I just seen a video on Instagram talking about NBA Youngboy. Because he catching all these major crimes and he keep getting out. And it's like, nigga, either your lawyer is fucking amazing or you giving up some information.
He dug up Johnny Cochran. That's what it is.
Because NBA Youngboy getting caught with AK-47s and shit. Like, come on, man, nigga, how the fuck you getting out? How you out of jail and rapping again?
You're fed.
Like, it ain't a lawyer in the world, huh?
He's a fed. I'm serious. I feel like 6ix9ine was a fed from the beginning.
He was
I would believe that because
he was a fed from the beginning.
He legit came out of nowhere.
Out of nowhere, and then he jumped from being a Crip to a Blood, or
But they've been putting this shit in movies. But they've been putting it in movies for years about how the feds. They just did it with what's the black movie that just came out? The Messiah and
Judas and the Messiah.
Black Messiah.
Nigga, the dude that didn't have nothing to do with Fred Hampton. You got busted for stealing cars. Hey, you know what? Take your dumb ass over here. We get this young bull up out of here. He calling him.
And this bitch ass nigga was running from 2 years, dog. 2 bitch ass. Don't sit your stupid ass down, bitch ass boy. And then he ended up killing himself in the end. Which
right after he did an interview.
Yeah. You right where you need to be, bitch ass nigga. But it's like, and like I talked about that shit in one of the first episodes of my show with that whole 6ix9ine shit. this is the problem with gangs. And you know, sorry, I'm a Crip. Sorry, Blood. But it's like this, dog. Why the fuck is y'all rags so for sale? Every celebrity of Blood. Chris
For
Brown
real?
Blood,
Oh my God. Yes, I
Wayne
said the same
Blood.
thing. Why are they all? Oh my God.
We don't play that shit on the
I
blue
cannot.
side.
I know.
We don't play that shit over here. Y'all niggas let 6ix9ine all in y'all gang. He looked like the front man of the 9 Trey Bloods. And now look at y'all niggas. We don't let niggas do that over here. Nigga, the blue rag ain't for sale. You not finna come and fake the funk and say, yeah, I'm a Crip. Yeah, we'll fuck you up over here, nigga. Ain't no fake Crips. We don't play that shit. Like, nigga, you better be by something. We don't play that. Like, they shouldn't have allowed that nigga to even be in videos showing what their gang is doing. Like, they was at fault for letting him do that shit.
I didn't even realize he was a part of a real gang. I thought he was just pretending to bang.
They were from New York though.
Yeah.
Oh.
So like, say for instance, down here is different. The gang element down here is different.
They bang different. I would imagine.
They think it's a game down here. They think it's a fucking joke down here. It's not a fucking joke, dog. Because you got people like Dolomite that are like, yo, we really about this shit. And it's a lot of cats down here that play with that shit.
We don't play with that shit out here, nigga. Don't come to the West Coast with that halfway gang banging bullshit.
Yo, semi-banging.
Yeah, niggas will show you that it ain't a motherfucking game out here. Like I be telling motherfuckers all the time, stay north of the 10 with that shit. You come out here, stay west of the fucking 405. Don't come down to South Central on some, oh man, I'm from Georgia City, Piru. I want to go on Piru Street. Man, nigga, just blow your goddamn brains out, nigga. They don't play like that out there. We don't play with that shit, nigga. I was in North Carolina. And like I was telling a nigga, because some North Carolina nigga banged him. And he said he was something blood. And I'm like, Nutty Block Compton Crip. Once I said Compton, his whole fucking face changed. And, you know, like I told him, I said, dog, I'm not even trying to speak down on how you bang or nothing. But just because I'm from a different city, then you don't make me no harder than you, dog. Like, if you with the bullshit, you with the bullshit.
Yes.
But what I noticed was, like I was telling, I said, dog, y'all niggas is fans of some stupid shit. Like, I'm not proud that gang banging spread throughout the country. Like, that shit should have stopped with us. But now that shit just spread like wildfire. And it's like, nigga, I don't even know how. And, you know, like, not to disrespect niggas from other states, but it's like, I don't know how a nigga could come from another state and make me bang his gang. Like, you not finna come to my city and say, nigga, you from Folks now, or you a Black P Stone, or you a GD now. You a dead man now, nigga. If you come on my street talking that bullshit, and it's like, go ahead.
I know I was gonna say, I think, and we touched on that right before we came on. And like I said, I don't want nobody to get pissed off at me. If you do, you do. You don't, you don't. Whatever. But like I said, me being from New Jersey, like I said, when I found out that it was Bloods and Crips in New Jersey, that shit was, you know, that shit was a mind fuck for me. It was just like, really? Because like I said, I lived on the West Coast and shit. It was Arizona. I didn't know too much about the Bloods and Crips shit in Arizona, because Arizona is a little different. But in New Jersey, you know, they talking about Bloods and Crips is real big out here. I'm like when did this shit happen?
Yeah, like a couple, Arsenal and Shotgun Suge, the battle rappers, they claim Grape Street.
I was about to ask you about that, because you know, Geechee Gotti is a Crip, is what he said. Huh?
That's my homeboy.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, he's literally from my hood. Like, for real. But like, that nigga be punking them niggas.
Yeah,
Watch
he do.
his battle with Shotgun Suge. Cause they know, nigga, we from where it started at.
He
like,
slapped that nigga in his chest.
Like, exactly. Like, nigga, what y'all niggas doing? Mafia Ray got killed. Because Mafia Ray from Grape Street, like the real Grape Street, like the street that's called Grape in Watts. Nigga, you banging that shit and you 3,000 miles away. You ain't even been on Grape Street. Y'all niggas over here doing all that shit, flying purple flags for a street you ain't never been on.
Nah,
And
it's
I-
True. That fake ass game banging in Chicago don't cut it either.
Dog, hey, listen to my last episode. I talked about that shit like it's a nigga in Bloomington, Illinois, banging some shit in fucking Chicago.
Yeah.
Like it's motherfuckers 30, 40 miles away, banging some shit in the city because it sound cool. And it's like,
Yeah.
yeah, that shit sound cool till you run into a real one.
Yeah.
Okay.
Like, nigga, yeah, you want to be from rolling 60 till you run into a nigga from Inglewood family.
And I mean,
That shit turn way different.
and that's the sad part that they get caught up in all that shit because they want to be a part of something. But then, you know, like I said, it's not all. I think it's Del P said this shit. It's not, or yeah, it's not all about physical. You know what I mean? When it comes to that bullying shit, it was
Yeah, that was me.
one of y'all said that shit. It's not all about physical shit.
It's ideological.
And the shit is sad, you know. But I want to bring this last thing up before we come to a close. There was some shit that I saw. I want to say probably 2-3 weeks ago, but they said that Lil Mama, I don't remember which song she sang or whatever, but she had her moment. The chick that ran on stage when Jay-Z and Alicia Keys.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's Lil Mama.
Lil Bow Wow twin sister.
Yeah, yeah, but she said that she wanted to start a movement opposite, if I'm not mistaken, if anybody know what I'm talking about, please correct me, but opposite of what like the LGBTQ community
Yeah, she wanted to defend us. I'm with it.
and that's the thing, and everybody clowned her and made fun of that, and that's part, and like I said, for me, that's part of the bullying culture.
Yep.
And I will just say this before I turn it over to you all. What I want people to understand, and we said this last night, like I said, I seriously might attach what we recorded last night as just a bonus to this episode. But I always tell people, when I say I don't care about, I don't care about what you do in your household, it does not mean, just like Kendra said earlier, it does not mean that I'm homophobic or anything like that. It does not matter if it's a heterosexual relationship. I don't give a shit about what they do in their household. The same way I don't care about man and man, men together, women together, whatever the case is. Preference, whatever you do is your personal business. But I said all that to ask, how do you all feel about Lil Mama wanting to start, I guess for lack of a better term, a heterosexual movement? And then people, I've seen it on, I think it's DL Hughley or Roland Martin's page, where people are making fun of her for trying to do this. How do you all feel about that?
Man,
I feel like they're gonna laugh at me too.
Yeah,
When I
like
start seeing women in jail.
I think I'm in support of that because I feel like you know what? I don't have to be politically correct, okay? The gay community is bullying the fuck out of straight people, and we do need something. We should be allowed to say, hey, it's okay that we're straight, and we don't have to call y'all by 18 different things. Leave us alone. We're cool with what you do, but can we just be cool? Like they tried to give us new names, trying to call us like cisgenders and shit. Like, who the fuck are you to change my gender? You know what I'm saying? So I'm for it. And there you go right there, the bullying community. Oh, they making fun of little. Why is that funny? Why is that funny? I feel like we need a group. We need something because they got everybody and their mama, everything is backing them. You can't say nothing to a tranny man, okay? They own the fucking world. So I feel like I back her and I'm supportive of that. I'm in support of it. I want to see how I can get involved.
Me, I'm indifferent. Like, I get it. But at the same time, it's like my thing just, and excuse my privilege as a male, ain't nobody gonna fuck me. So, like, if you down with that shit, if you feel like you want to fly that flag, that's cool.
So,
you don't want to,
no. So, you know what? I get what you're saying, though. I'm like, here's my thing. trannies are out here looking better than some of these bitches, okay? Let's be real, okay? Because some of these bitches ain't even that bad. But the trannies is out here giving bitches a run for their money. Let's be real, okay? So when
That's what.
in
See, that's why
trannies,
I'm trying to get married. Fuck
yeah,
all that.
trannies are not, some trannies feel like they don't openly have to tell a man that they are a transgender
Yes, the
woman,
fuck you
okay?
do.
So when you, to me, when you deceive a straight heterosexual man into kissing
rape.
you or doing anything to you and he nuts the fuck up, okay, because you don't know what'll happen when you test a man's manhood. There's no law to back him for whatever it is that he's done. So I think that we do need something, especially for men more than anything else, because that's what they out here doing. They out
But
here
see
saying,
that
"I'm a woman now."
I
Huh?
look at that as a form of rape.
Yes,
Any
yes, but there's
any
nothing
any
to say that
way
that's
that
rape.
you any way you make a motherfucker have sex with you under a false pretense, I look at as a form of rape. I look at that under the same umbrella as using a date rape drug. Like any you fucking a girl and a nigga come in the room in the dark and he start fucking it to me, that's rape. Cause she didn't agree
Yeah.
to fuck your
Yep.
homeboy.
Yep.
Like I look at that as the same way. Like I didn't agree to fuck somebody who was born a boy. Like if
Exactly.
you was born a boy, that's cool. It ain't like I'm gonna sock you because of that. But yeah, if you lie and I find out you was born a
Exactly.
boy, yeah, nigga might have an adverse reaction.
Exactly.
So
And
it's
there's no
like,
law to protect men for that.
yeah, and
You
see,
will go to jail for life.
yeah, I feel like that should be considered, that should be classified as rape. Like maybe not forceful rape, like a man holding down a woman, but at the same time, if you made
Just
me
like
do
Bill Cosby
something,
slipped the drink, the stuff in the
exactly,
drink.
yeah,
Same
exactly.
thing.
Like you slipped some dick in my drink. I didn't plan on having no sex with a motherfucker that got a prostate. Like, and some dudes, it's like when it comes to marriage, I want kids. I can't have kids with you. Like
Right.
and like what's that nigga name? Damn, I forgot. I think it's Mark Lamont Hill. Like he was having an argument with, our girl, Candace Owens. And she was asking him, can a man have a baby? This bitch ass nigga said, yeah. Yeah, men can have a baby. Well, trans men, nigga, you're not a man. Like, you're a trans. And I don't have no problem with that. But, like, and I got a trans homegirl that is now a male. And I tell her that, like, I don't have nothing against y'all, but I do feel like y'all should have to make that known. Because if I have a felony, I got to make that known to my employer. I can't hide that. If I'm a sex offender, I have to make that known. I can't hide that. There's some shit that people just want to know about you. So if you was born a boy, I want to know that.
Yeah.
Because I don't want to be fucking the shit out you raw doggy and find out, it ain't that you can't have a baby because you're barren. You can't have a baby because you was born Marcus. That's fucked up. Like, I want to know if I'm fucking Marcus. You can't be Marquisha, and then I find out you was born.
And that's what I mean. I'm more concerned about straight men and the issues that are on the rise since, the gay community is pretty much taking over the world, right? They changing the bathrooms, they doing all kind of stuff, they taking labels off tampons, like they're doing all kind of stuff to like keep people confused, if you ask me. And I'm more concerned about what is going to start happening to men, and what's going to happen to men that want to rape women and just go into women's bathrooms and say, I identify as a woman today, like these are the things that I'm concerned with, that's on the rise, and we don't have any things protecting us right now. It's like they're not going to think about what's actually happening to women start getting raped, one, by men who are pretending they identifying as women that day to go and be wherever it is they're not supposed to be, and straight men being deceived by transsexual women. There's no laws to protect us right now, and it's all cute right now. Give them all they rights, like they didn't have rights in the first place, right? They got to do all this stuff, and it's cool now because nobody's been hurt or it hasn't been enough incidents. But that's my main concern.
Can Del P?
So debates on that, man. They nailed it across the board, man. I mean, I just want us to figure it out at this point, man. I'm tired of arguing. I'm tired of arguing, man. And it's like, shit, your opinion is your opinion, and I'm gonna just keep it fucking moving. Like, I mean, I argue with Ken, but 5 days a fucking week. So,
goddamn,
that's my boy though. We differ. I mean, you see what he did to me on my live today.
Shout out to the bad influences.
That boy told me that cheating is in line is not the same thing. I said, okay.
It's not.
It's not.
Well, it's not.
You gotta lie to cheat, but every time you lie, you didn't.
Yeah, because lying is different, right? You lie to your kids and tell them it's a Santa Claus. Oh, yeah. You lie to your kids and tell them it's Santa Claus, right? But you're not cheating on your kids.
Man, how can you tell a person that if somebody asks you, yo, are you cheating on me, and you say no, then okay, you lied. But now if they never ask if you're cheating on them, but you come off and tell them, yo, I cheated on you, how did you lie?
You didn't lie, but you're definitely disloyal. And
I can't wait to Bet the House podcast.
Oh, it's coming. It's coming. It's already in the chain.
Make sure Dolomite there, because he agree with you.
Oh shit. I gotta. Is that gonna be on Instagram Live?
I mean, we could do that.
I might have to do that shit from a burner account, because I don't want my wife getting all in my shit about it.
Good move.
Some opinions I wasn't aware she had after watching, and I didn't know she was watching some of the content that I was creating. Like, damn, I didn't know you were such a fan. How do you know about all this shit that I'm doing that I never told you I was doing?
Y'all got it, man.
Well, I'll say this. In closing, you know what I mean? Whoever wants to start, just let the people know, you know, how they could get in contact with you, and, you know, when your show is dropping and stuff. Whoever wants to start.
Ladies first.
Okay, so you guys can find me over at Instagram at Coffee with Kendra. You can also email me at coffeewithkendra@gmail.com. If you would like to meet a guest on my show, or you would like me on your show, you can just slide in my DMs or email me.
Don't be whack though. She ain't posting that shit.
Don't send no penis pictures.
And if you're 15 minutes away, don't worry about it.
If you whack, she gonna delete the show.
That's not true.
Man, you can find me everywhere, because at this point, I'm on everybody's shit. I don't even need to. You just gonna see me. It is what it is.
We got a plan for this shit. We gonna be on everybody's shit. It's coming. We speaking into existence.
Hell yeah. Shout out to the ladies that eat ass. Sliding Dale PDM. He with it.
Man.
Ew. Dale, did you really?
He does.
You don't strike me. You don't strike me as a man that I can see bent over getting his ass ate.
He didn't say he like getting his ass ate. He just said that if you eat ass, he's not against it.
Oh, okay. I mean,
Facts, man.
Does this have to go on every
okay.
show? You guys promote that I'm single, and then y'all promote the ass. Y'all don't give me a break. Just close out the show, Rico. They're gonna destroy.
Hey man, you can find us everywhere, man. We everywhere. We are like Visa. We are everywhere you want to be, and it's okay. Shout out to everybody, man. You got some of the Black Podcast conglomerate on here tonight, man. So this is dope. This is what we do. We just dropped a brand new episode in the middle of us being on this episode. We just dropped one. You know what I'm saying? So y'all go check that out and check this out, man. It's Bet the House. Y'all know what it is.
He left out the show like it's his show.
Yeah, nigga. Y'all know me, Young Dolomite, aka Uncle Dolomite of the Too Much Game podcast. I'm on all streaming platforms, including YouTube, talking shit. exercising the demons of bitch ass niggas and punk ass bitches. So yeah, find me. I ain't hard to find.
And I would just say, so before I close out, so for anybody that hears this and makes it all the way to the end, because I could just see some DMs, some emails, or some shit coming through. We
Fuck 'em.
we do not have a
Damn.
problem with anybody's personal preference. Do what you do. This whole episode was about everybody being able to speak their piece, have their own opinion,
Mm-hmm.
not be bullied into believing something, and not necessarily against what they believe, but not being bullied into being or agreeing with something that they probably don't care about. Like I said earlier, what a heterosexual couple do, what a gay couple does, or whatever the case is none of my business. If you're happy, you're happy. Hey, cool. I just don't want to be, and at least I can say for everybody, we don't want to be bullied into believing or having to choose a side if it's none of our concern. So I'll say, like I said, for me, we need to talk 23. New episode dropped every Wednesday. This is the first episode of my season 3, so I really do appreciate you all coming on and being so open and candid with me. Um, like I said, a lot more to come. Going to get more of the family podcast conglomerate on here with us. I think, some bigger and better shit coming in season 3. I have a new episode dropping tomorrow. The Rebels Angel, with pro basketball player, Angel Wait. Check it out. Let me know what you think. And this is We Need to Talk 23 signing off. Thank you all for joining me, and should be in touch again soon.